treat. And
Seconds out.
they saw each other fight last time, so they're ready to show each other what they got. Maybe preview next week's EU exhibition.
Ooh, that's right. And the EU exhibition is something a little new. For those of you who don't know, we've had a lot of EU boxers in the division fighting it out, and now we gave them their own spot instead of just a little corner here on the Sunday fights. You know, it's better for them that way. So who do we have in the blue corner again?
Blue corner, we got Jack Guilar wearing the red shorts, and his opponent wearing the mixed black and white. We got Tesco.
All right, let me go ahead and get their names up on the board and get those shorts up here momentarily. You said Jack Guilar rocking that ringside red, Tesco with the black and white. Now, you guys have seen these. Yeah, you've seen these guys fight before, Sally. How would you rate them from based on what you saw last time?
So Jack Guilar has been, kind of regular here on the exhibition. Very well in his tournament in his EU exhibition match. Tesco also, again, came in a very impressive technical boxer. Both of them won their fights. This is kind of an interesting matchup to see kind of a battle of two very successful fighters.
Interesting. Well, I'm familiar with the boy Guilar, so I want to see this new Tesco kid fight, though. I've heard a lot of good things. Shout outs to Doom for being the one spearheading that EU matchup. I like what I'm seeing from Guilar, working the jab a little bit, trying to keep it in, but Tesco, steely-eyed and full of resolve, keeping the range, not minding staying into the firefight with Jack Guilar. That's a dangerous person right there, Sally. Someone who's not afraid to stay in there with you. They're not trying to run. They're really trying to get your timing and your rhythm. Gonna make for a good adjustment round, and the leather starts flying, bro.
Yeah, and you can see it now. This is what we saw a little bit in the EU exhibition, right? He's getting tagged up because Jack Guilar has some very sharp, quick punches, but Tesco is a really good boxing skill. Beautiful counter right there, demonstrating what I was just about to say. He's very good in the pocket, right? He keeps that peekaboo guard tight, and the second he finds that opening, right, he just strikes at it with wicked precision.
That's insane, bro. That knockout was absolutely clutch as fuck, man. I love to see it. Shout outs for everybody in the chat. If you guys think Jack Guilar is going to take it, put some ones in the chat. If you guys got Tesco to take it, put some dubs in the chat, man. Let's get some community involvement up in here. I like to see everybody in here showing up from TikTok. I see you, Stussy, Matthew, Tough Boy. I see y'all up in the chat, man. Appreciate the support as always. We're back to this fight, Solly. Yeah, Tesco's won me over. Yeah, I really like how reserved he is. He's looking really sharp. Man, like, those hooks are coming crashing down, bro.
Couldn't agree more. And, no shame to Jack Guilar. Like, he has thrown out some really impressive strikes himself, but he's just getting caught in these counter shots. And Tesco is doing super well, right? And I think, this kind of goes into what he needs to do into this adjustment round. He's got to be a little bit more careful about how he approaches, and maybe let Tesco do a little bit of the coming in and trying to catch him with those counters. That, or like we always say, right, mix it up, go to the body, throw some feints, right? Don't just be trying to tag the head.
Yeah, in this here V4, it's very crucial, I think, to mix up your offense. I mean, you're here to score damage. You're here to annoy the opponent. At least we've seen from other successful fighters. They annoy their opponents into mistakes, right? So being able to control the pace of the match and dictate that, very powerful in V4, because you're going to fluster them into swinging wildly, swinging just one or two punches a little too much, and then boom, smack bang, the counter hit lands, boys on the ground.
Get ready.
Yeah, I can. I agree. And into this round 2 adjustment round, this is going to be interesting, right? Now that Tesco has that advantage, I always like to see the adjustment round that someone who's ahead. So it's not just who falls behind. I think a lot of the best fighters that we see on ringside are ones that even when they're winning, they.
Yeah, dude, like, we've seen so many people come back from a round 1 knockdown, right? And it's usually made based off of a couple of things. One, the opponent gets a little too confident, a little too cocky, right? And they keep the resolve. Ooh, that's not the case here as Tesco puts this man down one more again.
Are you
Tesco
okay?
again, really sharp counter shots.
Okay, get ready.
Box
on.
And it's been, it's interesting because they're going back and forth the rest of the fight, right? Trading off ugly faces, and it just seems like Tesco kind of is taking advantage right when the fight gets most intense, right when they're figuring out V4 spam system, and is just a little bit.
Guilar is coming back just a little bit, landing a few significant blows there. Tesco dropping the hands, man, so confident, so swaggy. I'm here for it, bro.
It was just dripping all over.
Ooh.
Sharp hook and body work. He woke up a little bit. The rest of this round has been kind of in his favor. I think he's really calmed down a little bit and starting to find the shots right at the end of his range, right? Instead of going too far in and getting kind of.
This is what you call the adjustment now. Ooh! Not enough adjustment. Damn, was that an uppercut to the body, bro? Like, that was clutch from Tesco.
Hey, you all right?
Man, call this man Tabasco. He got the hot sauce hands, bro.
Box.
Chat is lighting up with it. Loving this new fighter coming in and making a name for himself on
Absolutely.
This Sunday night. Let's see if he can set this round with a win here with a TKO. If he's going into round 3, feeling really comfortable on this scope play. Jack Guilar just raining down the punches, though, not willing to let up. He's got to be careful. He is one knockdown away.
Oh, there you go. You love it when that happens right on the commentary.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That is it. That is it. See what this official scorecard says.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is the red corner.
Yeah, round number 2, closing it out. Your boy Tesco from the red corner takes the lead here. 2 beautiful rounds, man. Perfect scores, 10-8 and then 10-6 with that TKO. Put together a wonderful package of knockdowns, techniques. It was just really good, man. 1 knockdown in the first round, 3 knockdowns in the second round. And then as we jump in, it was actually, though, very interesting with the damage. Very interesting with the damage. Guilar doing the more damage. Now, this is where, as much as we like to critique V4, this is where it's good, right? Guilar absolutely smashing Tesco's face in with more damage, but Tesco being the better technical boxer, landing more counter hits, making the damage that he did put in count the most, comes out with the dub. That's insane. That's kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and talk to the boxers here. I want to hear from the fellas. Homies, are y'all here? Quick word from you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, Guilar, right? Guilar, you just took on the newcomer here, for at least for the exhibitions here. I know Tesco was in here on Friday. What was your assessment of the fight and your opponent?
I don't know. To be honest, like, well, the guy just has fucking rocks in his hand. I was clipping him. I think, well, by the damage, I was hitting him quite a lot. But his distance was pretty good, and he made good use of a body shot against me, who was actually smaller than him. So that was pretty good. He was able to use like long uppercuts to the middle of my body.
Yeah, he got you with a good knockdown with one of those. That was great. Big one. Yeah, nah, dude, you looked great. You did more damage. Were you surprised by the fact that you did more damage but still didn't come out on top of the dub?
No, I already thought I would have done more damage. I was clipping him quite a lot, and he just got me with the smarter shots. So I just got to reassess, and I'll beat him in the rematch.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Look, man, that was amazing. Thank you so much for coming through. Want to talk to the winner for the night,
cool,
Tesco.
You,
Tesco, dude, amazing fight, man. Really love to see you out there. First time for me seeing you, so that was really amazing, man. I gotta ask, how do you feel after that W?
I'm tired.
I bet.
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
he's one of the hardest I've fought in the game. I'm going to be honest. A lot of the people you find in these open games are very spammy or don't have a clue and get lucky, but it's fun to fight someone who actually knows at the box.
Yeah, welcome to the Ringside VR experience, man. So, this is one of the cool things I get to see from people where they're like, man, I was playing ranked or in some other lobbies, and it was just not the same vibe. We're collectors here of people who want to just play the game, right, and not just want to spam. Not to say that there's nothing wrong with punches and bunches. I'm really glad that you had a good time. I hope to see you out here more on our EU nights. We're moving that to Friday to give you guys some better time. Shout outs to Doom again. Doom in the chat saying that he's calling you out, bro. So you ready to fight the Hitman of Europe?